Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, Books, Scripts, and Purrs. My name's Leslie. This is a impromptu, very last minute live check-in, and wouldn't you know it, my cat wants to go out the door. Girl, it's Tariel. Hold on a second, let me let her go. Go ahead. Don't be knocking. If she starts meowing, I'm just gonna ignore it. All right, so again, impromptu. So I just want to put this out there. I don't have the time to edit. So let's just talk about not just what's going on in March, but also what's coming up for the rest of the month of February, because we're headed towards the end of my readathon segment, which was January and February, where I focused on 8 books on Louis de Pointe-du-Lac's bookshelf. It's a readathon that's inspired by Interview the Vampire, the adaptation on AMC, and I'm just going to take a month-long break before we continue on to the next character. And yes, I did finally decide what characters definitively I'm sticking to, and I can't change it because I've been kind of going back and forth. But I'll talk about that once I actually get there. Hey Elena, thanks for popping in. This is just like a casual chat about what's coming up. Usually on Wednesdays, I'll have a book review, but since I don't have a book review today, that's because I'm going to have a live discussion about the book I'm reading, and that's coming this Sunday. And I'm going to pop in and show my channel for a hot second, just because the dates are actually there. It's already plugged in, it's already scheduled. So this Friday, there's 2 things I need to talk about. You know what? Let's talk about Sunday first, actually. So Sunday, See Disappear is going to be a guest. I'm so excited. They're really lovely, very sweet person. I like watching the channels. I'm a huge fan. They'll also hop onto like the collective of ladies that are Ashley from My Sweet Perspective. There's Tyra from Struggle Reviews TV, and who else? Sometimes EJ will be on there. Kay from, I think, A Slice of Horror. I'm trying to remember everyone's name. I know I'm forgetting somebody. Yep. But anyway, so they also have just their own channel where they review anime, just different television shows. I think mostly television shows, movies too, and also have a book club once a month. And so I'm just feeling very, very honored to have them on to discuss Something Kindred by Sarah Birch. It's YA. I've really enjoyed it. I'm like at the tail end. I have like a little bit more to read, so I have to hurry up and finish that hopefully tonight, so I could create those discussion questions. And so yeah, that fulfills a prompt. Focusing on Louis, so wrestling with the past through artistic endeavor, and then that will be it. I don't think I'm going to be doing a wrap up for the readathon. I feel like it's just going to be too much, and then I have to transition into like the breaks for whatever goes on the next month. So that's just kind of where I'm at. So yeah, that's why you're not getting a book review today, and I didn't really have anything else going on. So I thought this would be the perfect time to just assess what's going on. Also, this Friday, so I'm working backwards, is going to be our last reading sprint focusing on Louis de Pointe-du-Lac's bookshelf. So this will be goodbye, Louis. Goodbye luck to their bookshelf. And I'm pretty sure I'm just going to have it at the regular scheduled time of 8 p.m., 8:30 my time, because I will be on someone else's channel. Let me go ahead. And let's see if I do this. Let's see if I pull this magic trick. There we go. So I am going to be on Elaine's channel, Cobalt Dragon. This is their booktube channel, but they also share really adorable videos of their cats. Elaine has a very, how I want to say they seem like extroverted. They just have a gift of gab. They talk really easily. I don't. I'm extremely introverted, and that's why I feel like stepping into doing like author interviews is something that I feel comfortable with. It's a challenge. I'm still nervous about it, but I still feel like because it's something I have to do prep work for it, that's something that I feel like comfortable with. And so yeah, I'm getting to the point. I'm gonna be on. Um, Elaine has decided that we're gonna discuss Louis and Lestat. So, because clearly, like I'm obsessed. So, I guess she knows that's like my forte. Um, so yeah, I'm excited. So that's gonna be going on Friday. Hey, Darvalina! I'm just talking about what's going on for the rest of this month and then in March. I'm glad to see you here, here, sweetie. So yeah, I'm gonna be on Cobalt Dragon's channel, Elaine's channel this Friday. I believe it's at 1 Pacific time, which is 3 Eastern time, their time. And it's not scheduled on there yet. So that's also why I'm having this quick check-in because uh, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I don't have up yet because I'm still trying to like smooth things out. So that's kind of just where I'm at. Oh my goodness. Okay. How do I get back to my centering? Okay. Now that I talked about Cobalt, I think that's everything for February. So let's talk. Sorry, I'm looking at my calendar while I'm talking to you. Let's talk March. Let's do this. Um, Also, before I do that, I have a little bit of a life update. I'll say this. I have been on a journey. I've been doing temp jobs here and there. Um, I stepped away from like what my job I had been doing for like 10 years back in September, right when I turned 40, and I just needed like a big change. And so I'm nervous. I have this whole other job I'm starting next week. And so this whole week is just like errands. And once I feel like more acclimated, I would very much like to bring in my Wednesday evening reading and productivity sprints. I'm not doing that right now. I was doing it for a while, but since life has been tumultuous, I switched to having reading sprints in the evening on Fridays or Saturdays, trying to do it consistently on Fridays because I was feeling like a little bit burnt out. And I know stepping into a new role, I'm going to kind of feel the same way. I already know I'm just going to go through that burnout period before I acclimate. So hopefully, once that's done with, like everyone else, I'm doing that 8 to 5, trying to get by. And so YouTube is definitely my safe haven, um, a way to keep my sanity and spend time with others outside of the workplace. So yeah, hopefully there'll be more of a chance to touch bases with everyone. If anyone wants to share what their updates are, feel free. So we're gonna go ahead and look at March. March 1st, I haven't really decided about the time. This is my crazy idea. Okay, let me share the event. So this is March 1st. I'm going to be celebrating being on YouTube for 3 years. The past 6 months, not even a full year, is when I'm actually trying to take my YouTube channel seriously and trying to be more engaged and grow my channel basically. So it's my 3 year anniversary. I have over 300 subscribers, over 300 videos. So I kind of call it lucky number threes. I thought that'd be a cute way to celebrate. It's basically just going to be like a productivity sprint and chatty in between. I have to send some information out. My harebrained scheme is that it's going to be from 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. Um, but again, I'm starting a new job soon, so who knows how I'll feel. So that's another reason why I don't have it scheduled up yet. I'm a planner. I like to have everything planned in advance. So even though I have all like the pinned photos and ready and everything, I don't necessarily have it on schedule on my channel yet because I'm still trying to iron some things out. So, hey, Mrs. Peacock. Oh, thank you. Yeah. So I think for that day, at least for myself, people attending, you can do whatever you want. Um, what do you call it? Productivity wise, I have a journal, and since I would have finished January and February of Louis, I thought maybe I could have like a specific journal for like my readathons and work on that during that time. Um, but anybody could do whatever they want and show up and have a chat. So that's basically what I'm doing. So there's also the 15th, which is a Saturday. And I have this. So if you've attended any of my buddy reads last year, you've definitely seen Sam. Sam doesn't have a YouTube channel. They're just my buddy old pal that I've roped into this because they also like to read. And so they pop in with me. This year, it's going to be quarterly because that's all I could handle between the readathon. So again, it's not going to be monthly like it was last year. It's every 3 months, and we're going to be reading these two books. Sam came up with the name Lust and Lawless, and it's going to be a romance and murder mystery buddy read series. So one of the books we're going to be reading is romance. The other one is going to be like some sort of murder mystery. And the idea overall, thematically, that we're trying to focus on is just focusing on the culinary arts. So whether it's baking or other savory cookings, that has to be the tie-in for for this segment. Um, and so we're going to be reading The Quiche of Death and Culinary Confessions. Uh, Culinary Confessions is by J.K. Lambo, who has a social media presence and I believe a YouTube channel. And so they're an independent writer. So, and that's something else I feel really passionate about focusing on. So, yeah, so we're going to be covering those two books, and that's going to be on the 15th at 10:30 a.m. Like we usually do. 10:30 a.m. on a Saturday is usually my jam. Um, Let me see. Okay, so on Friday the 28th, I'm going to have an author interview. I have to reach out to the author again. I think I might make it 7 p.m. my time. It's scheduled for 6. I'm just worried I'm not going to make it on time because, again, I'm starting this new job and I don't know what the schedule is going to be like. Let me check on the chat really quick. Hey! Hey, Michelle. I'm just giving a quick little overview of what's going to go on for the rest of March because I don't have anything scheduled yet on the channel. So it's more like an accountability thing, really. Feel free to share if you have anything going on in March that you want us to know about, and I'll share it. Let me see. All right. I'm going to share the next pinned photo and then talk a little bit about the author's work. This author has a YouTube channel. I think I know them through Margaret Pinard, who also is an author that has a YouTube channel. And they just had their book launch, and it was just right around the time of Margaret's book launch. And so I attended their YouTube live celebration. And so we just struck up a conversation. And so now I'm going to be reading their book in March and interviewing them. So I'm really excited and also nervous because I just want to make sure that like any questions that I come up with do justice to the author's work. So it's definitely going to be a challenge for me, but I'm excited to participate. And so this is going to be me interviewing D.L. Tillery, and their YouTube channel is author D.L. Tillery, and they're known as a mistress of horror. And so we're going to be discussing their first book. I think it's in a trilogy, and it's Cagliostro, Tale of the Libertine. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. So I'm going to go ahead and read the synopsis. Cagliostro, a libertine who resides near the Mohaven Mountains, has spent centuries finding solace in the solitude of his dark existence. But his quiet life shatters when a mysterious woman, drowning with no memory of her identity, crosses into his forbidden domain. Drawn by an unexplainable connection, Cagliostro saves her, setting off a cascade of events that will change his resolve, unearth his long buried truths, and threaten the fragile balance between the veil of the mortal world. As a woman searches for answers to her identity, their lives intertwine in unexpected ways, leading to a connection that defies the darkness surrounding them. Secrets unravel, passions ignite, and the line between light and shadow blur. And this dark fantasy tale laced with romance and intrigue. So, readers will also enjoy a chilling bonus horror story at the end of the book. Oh, okay. So, we'll kind of. So, I look forward to that. I'm excited to discuss the work. Michelle, I'm here for all of it. Andy! That was a little too high pitched. Always happy to see you. I'm just having a quick chat to discuss what's coming up in March and just kind of keep myself accountable. So, but thank you for being here. So, all right. So that's heading into the last of the month for March. And then I have one other segment going on, and that's just the transition into the readathon. So I finally made my decision. I have it on my little community posts, and that's my cat. Hold on one second. Come on, baby. Come on. It's Ginger. She's my boss, and she gets upset when I close the door because she feels like she doesn't have access to all or control over the domain. So here we are. But yeah, before I transition to my next part, feel free to share if you have anything going on. If you happen to have a YouTube channel, and I'll share it here. Here she goes. Let's see how this goes. All right. So the last the readathon. All right. So I finally made the decision that for the readathon, we're starting out with Louis. We're about to end with Louis, and then we're gonna go to Madeline, Claudia, and then Daniel last. I've been actually really excited to read from Daniel's bookshelf because I have so much like nonfiction investigative pieces that I want to read. But I'm telling myself to hold my horses once again from just all the different life transitions that are happening right now. Those are some intense reads and they're going to take a lot of time. And so Daniel's going to have to wait till later. I need to read from another character first. And so here is this one. So for Madeline, it's going to be 6 books. I'm still going to have a live that's going to go on 10:30 a.m. on the 29th, discussing all the books and the prompts. But I'm just kind of giving that heads up that it's going to be 6 books. And so some of the books for each character vary. Come on, what do you want? You want to say hello? Gonna be in there? Okay. All right. This is my life. Here we go. All right. So yeah, we're gonna be reading from Madeline's bookshelf. Here's Ginger's tail in her butt. That's what she wants to share. So yeah, that's basically all of March. Let's see if she will sit down. Just chill. Look, she's gonna give me a look. She's just. I don't have the setup to stare at her just right now. Relax. This is my life with cats. Darfelina, if you only knew. When I was working at my other job that was work from home, every time I talk on the phone, it's an ordeal. Because I don't know, do cats get jealousy? I feel like that's what it is. She's not having it. She immediately will start talking. All right. And that's the issue with going live. I think I covered everything in March and what's going to go on in the little bit of February that's left over. So for the end, I'm just going to go ahead and have a little spotlight segment where I talk about just YouTube channels that, you know what, made me feel like my faith in humanity is restored during these crazy times. And there's a couple to talk about. So, okay. So there is Ven's Corner. So since I am a booktuber, I discuss mainly books. The only exception really is probably Any of the Vampire, just because I'm an obsessed fan. And I wish I could say it's the books. It really is a show. The show has really like elevated the materials, but let me continue because I'll just keep talking about that. Ven is such a sweetie pie. They are also a booktuber. They have book reviews, book reading wrap ups, which I've totally just pushed to the wayside. Book hauls. They'll talk about the books that they've recently purchased and unboxings. Um, First chapter audio readings. Oh yeah, he just not too long ago read 4 chapters of Margaret Penard's book, Memories Hostage, which I have not read yet, but I'm very excited to hear when I do pick up the book, the printed copy. I'm gonna listen to the first 4 chapters from him. I did listen to a little bit, and I really liked his reading. So yeah, he's just a lovely, lovely person. I enjoy listening to his book reviews. He also recently had an author interview with C.M. Kaplan. Yeah, yeah. Darfully enough, I'm totally getting sidetracked. Yeah. Very easy to go on and on about that. Brilliant. Truly, I'm telling you, it's becoming my whole personality. It's a problem. But I love that show. Clearly. um, but yeah, but yeah. So I just enjoy their literary criticism. I also just really like watching other booktubers because I learn a lot. Everyone has their different approach, and I definitely appreciate his approach. Is what I'll say that. So there's Ben's Corner, and then the next one I'm going to share is another booktuber. And that is Coffee Over Apples. Um, they have more group discussions as well. They have a book club. I believe they also have a Patreon. But they definitely like array of different genres, kind of like I do. I don't necessarily just cover one specific genre. I'm all over the place. So yeah, Stephanie, they love science fiction, horror, dark fiction, fantasy, thrillers, nonfiction, and all things anime, manga. I also play Magic the Gathering. So they have talked about Magic the Gathering. I'm just not really like that familiar. So if that's your thing, you're really gonna like their channel. Oh yeah, and they've also talked very candidly about having ADHD. Um, they're diagnosed, and I'm just sharing that because they sharing that openly, and it's definitely a subject I'm interested in. And recently, they are focusing on just the political climate that we're in. So she's very specifically choosing certain books, I believe, once a month, just to talk about what's going on in the States. And so one of them is Dear America, What is Your Problem? And they talk about the book, The Color of Law. I do have it on my bookshelf. I have not read it yet. And it's going to be a while before I get it based on my agenda for this year and next year. Um, but if you just want like a short, clear, concise understanding of what that book is covering, you definitely want to check out Steph's channel, Coffee Over Apple. And let me just say hello. Hey, Lynn. Nice to have you here. I'm almost towards the tail end. I'm just doing like a little bit of a YouTuber spotlight, especially since we're headed towards the end of the month. And I'm not doing my book wrap ups like I usually do because that's typically where I would kind of spotlight other accounts. So I have like 3 other accounts I wanted to talk about, and they're not necessarily like booktuber focused accounts. They're more like TV and movie stuff. Here we go. Okay, The Articulate Coven. And speaking of loving Anne Rice's Immortal Universe and what AMC is doing with the adaptations, I've really, really enjoyed. They have like more of like a podcast feel. So it's Joel and Ashley, but they're not just covering that. That's like kind of like their main focus. But they've just done so well. So they'll cover other shows like what's his name? I just remember what they call it. They call it Flanagan. Flanagan. So they're covering Dark Shadows. Joel will do that, and then Ashley will do something separate. And they even have, like, if you do rewatch any of the Empire, like I do way too much, they have a segment that goes what you missed, and they'll just talk about uh, just specific things for context. And even though I've read the books and I've watched the television show potentially way too many times, I still learn so much. Um, I just feel like maybe they have more also knowledge about New Orleans. So they're just certain things that they're picking up that I just wouldn't, being a Californian. And they're very short, just like not even 6 minutes, and it's just very informative. I definitely enjoy their point of view. What is this another one? And sometimes Joel and his wife will review like a different television show, and Ashley and her husband will do like another show. Oh yeah, Flanagan, here it is. So they're calling Fall of the House of Usher, which is pretty cool. But then also mixed with that, because it is Anne Rice focus, they'll talk about the books like Blood and Gold, which I have not read yet. So if you're interested in that, that's a thing. Right, Darfelina? I'm telling you, especially, you know what? I feel very spoiled, like a spoiled adult woman. Because when I'm doing my chores, this is the thing that I'll do. I'll just like listen to like podcasts or other YouTube channels while I'm doing my chores, or cleaning up my apartment, basically. I don't know why I'm saying chores. It's not chores anymore. It's just adulting. But yeah. Critical thinker, hi, nice to see you. We're almost done. I'm just kind of reviewing some YouTube channels I wanted to spotlight. Then I just found 2 new channels reviewing interview this week. Yes, there are so many people that are starting to pop up and watch the show now, and I'm telling you, I watch all of them all over again. I watch everyone's reactions. Um, okay, so that was it for Articulate. And then speaking of reactors that are covering interview, I have one for you. Darfelina says, please share. Yeah, please share, Lynn. Michelle, oh, adulting boo. Yeah. If it's not music, then I'm listening to like a podcast or something. All right, Real Queer just came up in my YouTube feed, my algorithm. I'm sure it's because the algorithm knows I'm an obsessed fan of interview. So they just watched like the first episode of the first season, and it their their reactions are like priceless. Like I'm really into their um YouTube channel now. I just watched them react to Twilight. I haven't seen anything else on their channel, but their insights have me cracking up. Like the joy that I have felt, the laughter I have audibly laughed. So yeah, definitely check out Real Queer, and I guess it's Real Queer Reacts. But yeah, they're really enjoyable. And the very last one is, this is not really, I don't think they react. This is more of a movie and TV discussion, is a Spoiler Kings. So Tank Kramer, Will, Brian, and Brandon review the weekend's latest movie blockbusters live every Monday, as well as live shows every Thursday. And as the name states, we will talk spoilers, what they liked and disliked. And so, you know what? I was following them for a while, but I don't think I had it on the all bell. And I just realized that recently, because I do enjoy them. I'm pretty sure they also covered interview. And also, if you're just a booktuber or a YouTuber, I think it's like also really important to study other channels. And they're not just tech savvy, they're just like very organized. What I really like about their channel is beyond just, they're in a space where everyone else is also doing something similar, right? The same could be said about booktube channels. So what I really like about theirs is that they really give you a community feel. Again, I hadn't been on their channel in a while, and I was like on just the other night. Yeah, talking about Captain America and stuff, because I hadn't been there in a while. They legitimately remembered me. They're like, oh yeah, we haven't seen you in a while. I was like, what? I have a terrible memory. And I could just tell from like the chat that they're very much interested in like connecting with others and encouraging others. And I'm all about that. So I just really appreciate them. And I thought that they really deserve like the spotlight. So check them out. Um, and also I enjoy the way they handle criticism. They're very they're very kind and they're just very thoughtful. And I just appreciate that. So they're covering clearly like comic content, Severance. I'm not really into Severance, but also I don't have Apple, so I'm waiting to when people react to it, and that's my way of seeing it. So yeah, Spoiler Kings was basically the last one on mine, but I'm also gonna share the shout out from the chat. So Lynn said the rainbow reels. Oh, I wonder if I know that. The rainbow reels. Let's see if it comes up because you know how sometimes the algorithm is. And oh, okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Rainbow Reels. My name is Matt, and this is Panos.
React and are cute to look at. Okay, and they covered interview. Okay, I'm gonna have to catch up and watch them. You see, thanks for letting me know because if you didn't tell me, sometimes the algorithm it's not on our side. And then the horror bandwagon. Oh, I don't know if I've heard of them, or maybe I have. There's so much stuff I'm subscribed to. The horror bandwagon. Oh, here it is. Oh, I like their. Is that a VHS tape?
Is this real? Ouch. Is that necessary?
That's very cool.
You having a good time so far? No. Oh my God. I was not expecting all that.
The channel where one horror lover tries to get his cynical and scared cat boyfriend to fall in love with horror. I love this because there's a clear agenda. Okay, yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I have more to react to interview. I mean to watch others react to interview. This is great. Thank you. I love this. This is what I'm about. Because I cannot have enough. It's a problem and I'm okay with that. Let's see. I think that's it. Darfelina said, thanks. I'll be checking all these out soon because I am also obsessed. Lynn says, you know, I got Darfelina. Oh my goodness. Lynn says, Darfelina, if I told you how obsessed I am with this show, y'all would have me locked up. That's okay. That's okay. We'll be in there with you. And we'll break each other out all together, okay? Michelle, the algorithm has its own agenda. Also, boo. Yes, this is very true. It's wild. But that's why I like also other channels like Spoiler Kings that like shouts out other channels because yeah, we have to like kind of stick together as a community and like take the time to spotlight each other because the algorithm does its thing, right? So it's definitely it's been interesting. But yeah, thanks, Lynn. That's very true. Michelle, okay. Critical helper. So helpful. My algorithm will only become more confused. Darfelina, it is so good to know there are others out there like me. Yeah, we got to stick together, okay? Lynn, a family of fanatics. Yeah. Oh my goodness. That is it for my shout out and my discussion. Just a real quick check-in about what's going on. I just didn't really want to take up too much of everyone's time. But thank you for being here. I hope to see you this Friday, either for my reading and productivity sprint, the show on Sunday, or this Friday when I'm on Cobalt Dragon's channel. Let's see how I do because I don't know what it is. Something about hosting a channel is easy because I don't feel like the focus is on me. It's on whatever the subject is. But whenever I'm on someone else's channel, I feel like the focus is on me and then I'm a mess. So with that said, I love you all. Thank you for being here. I hope your week is going well and just happy reading, everyone. Bye.